Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Melissa Youssef, Mayor and Durango City Councilor. This program is designed to give you a snapshot of happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. And this time, we look at the January 21st meeting. We opened our meeting with a presentation from two members of the City of Durango's Census Committee. They explained that even though the census count doesn't begin until March, the census is in need of employees.
One of the big pushes right now is for jobs. There are jobs that are available for people to work for the census. You can go to their website, 2020census.gov/jobs. Concerns that some people have that they shouldn't have. Will they lose their benefits? So people who might be on the SNAP program, the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, the Children's Health Insurance Program, Medicaid, your benefits are not affected if you work for the census. And the pay is fairly decent. You're making from $16 to $22 an hour. You're getting reimbursed for mileage. So these are great jobs. You can work full-time, part-time, but they really need local people to work for the census. So the more accurate census count we can get, the better off we are with getting grants and a variety of other things.
What is the 2020 census? Every 10 years, the census records everyone living in this country.
They also showed a video explaining the census. If you'd like to learn more or apply for a census job, go to 2020census.gov. There were no public hearings on the agenda. We did have a lively discussion, once again, concerning the park master plan. You may recall it failed to pass October 1st with a 2-2 vote. Councilors Baxter and Noseworthy voted no, and Councilor Brookie was absent. At this meeting, Councilor Noseworthy presented a list of 7 items she had concerns about and suggested a number of changes.
You know, I did not support the master plan when it first came out for a variety of reasons. Mainly, I would say that we have differing views of what constitutes a plan and a master plan, and I think there's a recognition of that. But I thought, you know, I always try to work at how to get to yes. So I wanted to think about what, for myself, would I like to see in this document that could maybe get me to a yes. But I also wanted to present what I still see as some major issues that I think we need to consider.
Councilor Baxter also had voiced continued reservations about parts of the plan. Both Councilors Bettine and Brookie opposed making any changes to the master plan, which has been an almost 3-year effort.
This is not a city council document, for one. This is 2 years of public engagement and deliberation by 2 boards, appointed boards, and it's been brought before us for adoption. And so I think to insert some of these items, which I love your thought and consideration, but I do think they're relatively implicit. And certainly we're not tying a future council to anything in any other manner other than similar to a housing master plan or a number of the other master plans that we have.
I don't want to go back and say, hey, community, you went through this entire process, which you've all spent so many hours, so many more hours than we've spent contending with this. And that's why we have those boards and commissions, that's why they're there. That's why we have professional staff with their multi-decade level of experience here. And to take that out and say that, you know, I know better, I don't feel that I do, candidly. I don't feel that I can make these kinds of provisions at this late in the game.
Ultimately, we voted 3-2 to adopt the master plan, with Councilors Bettine, Brookie, and myself voting in favor of the plan. During her report, Interim City Manager Amber Blake introduced recently hired Interim Finance Director Wayne McKethan.
I worked for Bank of America for 26 years and was in charge of the Texas portion of their management information and budget. And then I retired from Bank of America and was city manager of Granbury, Texas, which is a small town, much like Durango. And I was finance director there for 5 years and city manager for 5 years.
Council also approved an annual lease with the railroad for city property at College and Camino, now being used as a parking lot.
The previous lease amount was for $35,000 a year. We have renegotiated that lease for $100,000 a year. This agreement will cover 1 year with an option for 2 additional years that council can extend the lease with an annual review of the lease. And it also goes back 1 year. So we hadn't received payment for the 2019 through 2020, so February to February lease. And so we will be receiving $100,000 for last year.
Proceeds from the lease will go into the City Transportation Services Fund. A couple reminders for you. You can get a free ride to a Rockin' Snowdown Parade on Friday, January 31st. Durango Transit and Trolley service will be free citywide all day. There will also be free north and south special shuttles from the fairgrounds and Three Springs and Mercy area from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. so you can avoid traffic for the Snowdown Parade. There is a joint advisory board meeting regarding e-bike use on natural surface trails on Wednesday, March 4th at 5 p.m. at the Durango Community Recreation Center. There will be opportunities for public comment. And the City of Durango wants to hear from you. Please take our community satisfaction survey on important issues influencing quality of life and future livability in Durango. You can take the survey by going to durangogov.org/virtual city hall between now and February 10th. Our next study session will be February 11th at 4 p.m. and our next regular City Council meeting is February 4th at 6:30 p.m. Agendas for meetings are posted at durangogov.org/meetings. And remember, if you haven't done so yet, please take the Civility First Durango Pledge by visiting durangogov.org/CRC. And that's Council Connection for the January 21st Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Melissa Youssef. Thanks for joining us. And remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.